Hello, YouTube subscribers. Just want to say this is another exclusive. You get about 9-10 minutes of this week's AEW review. There's another 35 or 40 on the Patreon site. So if you're into this and you're digging the reviews, you can hear the rest at Patreon, patreon.com/Konnan and Konnan.me. And thank you as always for subscribing and listening.
So Konnan and Joe.
Yes.
Did you guys watch the Wednesday Night Wars?
Yeah, I watched most of AEW and I flipped to NXT a little bit.
Right. I flipped a lot this week. And I flipped a lot because of both shows were very busy. Like I don't know if you noticed that, but like both shows there was a lot of stuff. And what I do, I have two on my computer and I have it up on two different feeds. And the best thing what I can do now is because the commercial breaks like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Is like there'll be something on one show and a guy will be kind of promo on the other show, and I know it's like a backstage thing, so I can watch a thing, and when they go to commercial, I can go back and rewind and watch. So I watched like all the promos on the shows. Both shows, before you start go to AEW, both shows had very, very good mic work. And in every segment, like everybody backs, like the NXT is supposed to be the green guys, right? They cut their promos like they're not scripted, like they're talking, like they're confident in what they're saying. You know, like a Raw and SmackDown, it's like the guys sound like they're delivering lines they're not comfortable with, them, like they don't know how to read their lines. It's kind of weird. It's like the NXT crew looks more experienced in the nuanced stuff than the bigger shows. You know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But both shows. So let's go to AEW first. Okay. So this started out, okay. First of all, now I did not think either show got off to a good start because
I liked the women's match in AEW. I thought that was good.
Okay, the one in AEW. Okay, well, the AEW
first one, the one that started
on NXT.
On NXT, yeah, the Candy,
so first,
Io Shirai.
Right. So I didn't like the first couple minutes because I think a couple of the girls in there looked like they were green, right?
Right.
But so I flipped over to the 10-man tag because I thought, and bro, the first 5 minutes of both shows, I was flipping back and forth. And it was kind of, to me, it did not get off to a good start. I don't know. Jericho's involving himself in these spots that you think he would be the adult in the room and say, hey, guys, because they started off this thing where everybody's standing there waiting for the guy to jump over the ropes. He did like 6 of them. Did you see that, like the beginning of this match, Konnan?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what?
And the other thing is, if you remember, Jericho came on the show. He said that they once had to talk to the Lucha Brothers about tags, the Mexican style of tags. And at the very beginning, nobody was tagging. It looked like a clusterfuck.
That's it. I tweeted. I go, the Wednesday Night Wars are not getting off to a very good start because this match was a clusterfuck.
And so, and here's another thing. Here was another thing there was a part in the match where Jake Hager and Luchasaurus were actually punching each other, but Lucha would punch and still hit his chest. And I'm like, bro, it's so obvious what you're doing. And then at the same time, poor guy, his mask was fucking falling off.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 times he had to fucking put it on. But why are you punching and hitting yourself? I mean, it looks really bad.
Bobby Eaton's the only guy that did that really well.
Yeah.
He did it and he hit it. I mean, I don't know how how he did, but these guys just like, bro, they don't understand when you have to slap yourself, okay? You don't have to to make the sound do a big giant slap like this. You can like do it hard and quick, like you just gotta hit yourself harder to make it sound more. But these guys are just like this, I mean, it looks absurd. So
and it's more glaring when there's no fans because you're not distracted,
right?
And another thing that I would also like to bring up, and I don't know what you guys think about this, I almost feel like they haven't been able to capitalize on Matt Hardy's uniqueness, like the broken character.
Did you see this? That he said he's just going to be Matt Hardy now.
Right.
Why?
I don't.
That's kind of boring.
I don't. Because the story was to do the lead character, you need the fans. But bro, you got enough of
no, you
fans.
Don't.
That's what he thinks.
He got over doing all those fucking videos. You could still do those videos, do funny videos, do crazy videos. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got it over. You can do it again. Right now, this guy, how he is, and even the finish I wasn't a big fan of, and I know it leads to him and Sammy. Hopefully that'll be good. But I don't think Matt in his present iteration right now is entertaining.
No.
We'll see what happens.
He looks like as Matt Hardy, just regular Matt Hardy. He looks like a WWE mid card retread.
And bro, we love Matt. We're just stating, not hating.
Okay, I'm gonna hate a little bit. I'm gonna hate a little bit because he said disrespectful things to me on Twitter,
right?
And on this show.
So I'm gonna say this.
All right.
Sounds to me possibly that maybe Matt Hardy's gone creatively bankrupt.
Wow.
Bro, he's doing. I mean, he's not. You think with the delete character he could, and then you have a lot of creative freedom there. He can't come up with he couldn't come up with any stuff. That's what it sounds like to me.
He looks very vanilla, very generic, very plain, very like he's when they say what's wrong with this picture, like he's not just very weird. I don't know.
Okay, I had some funny tweets this next match. The next one was and Moxley cut a promo, decent promo. He's a good talker. They let him talk every week, and it's surprising they let Moxley talk every week.
Right.
And what was I saying? Cody cut a promo.
He hasn't.
And you watch both of these shows tonight, and out of the blue, the NXT guys picked up their game a lot in their promos. Because remember, we'll get to that later. But you watch because MJF later in the show cut a fantastic promo.
Right.
They're using like. The thing that people are starting to say now is like this match went too long. This match went too long.
Way too fucking long. Yeah.
When you got guys that can talk and the talking is sticking out like a sore thumb on these shows, you need to start interspersing some more. Like we need to get Cody back on the mic again, because he's not really. I mean, everybody. It's funny too. So he's facing Warhorse. I have no clue who Warhorse is.
Right.
And the Warhorse, and the reason I have no clue who Warhorse is because I don't watch the IPPVs, the indie shows that they have on the internet, like the GCWs. I don't watch those.
Right.
Okay, and I'm a wrestling fan. I'm not interested in any of that. I don't go to indie shows unless they're in Vegas. Now I'm working on them. Warhorse has never worked in our Vegas shows. So I've never seen this guy, and I hadn't seen a picture of him until he walked out. Right. The guy looks like an indie gimmick. Okay,
right. He looks like somebody that didn't have the right paint to paint up as the Ultimate Warrior for Halloween.
Right,
and
right.
I gotta say this though. At one point, and I don't know if you even heard this, Tony Schiavone actually called Cody the independent wrestling champion. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What type of terminology is that?
I don't know if he screwed up or if he was trying to say, because he'll fight anyone, but it may have been a mistake.
That term. Okay, here's another thing. Here's another thing. And I think it's smart to bring indie guys in because that way you don't have to beat somebody on your roster. And it does get over with your crowd. And sometimes it brings his crowd in too. But to tell you the truth, bro, I'm never motivated to see this guy against Cody or anybody on that fucking roster. And if you don't finish the match and people are thinking, wow, I want to see this guy again, or I want to see a rematch, or I want to see him against somebody else, I don't think you did a very good job. And I didn't feel any of those things. Same thing with Eddie Kingston. I love Eddie Kingston to death. One of the best promos in the business. If it wasn't for his promo, but like the match he had with Cody, that was not something I wanted to see again. You know what I'm saying? So if you're going to bring these guys in, bro, I mean, they got to mean something. He looked like the biggest J-Bron I've ever seen. I'd seen pictures of him. I'd never seen him before. Bro, this is your debut on national TV, and you're trying to get a contract and make an impression, and that's the match you gave? That wasn't a special match.
I didn't even think he put oil on.